Whoa, what is this, Leo? Guys, this is a representation of how United States stock market is going to be trading over the course of next week, guys. You're going to see some sharp fucking drops. I mean, we could be getting a candle equivalent to this one as early as today, tomorrow. I'm recording this early in the morning, October 10th. Just as a quick comment on what's actually happening in the market today, CPI, or one of the inflation measurements, is ticking up. And this is exactly what we've been talking about. Despite of the fact that inflation is way higher, we're finally at a point where they cannot hide the numbers anymore. So in reality, the inflation is not at 3.3%. It's closer to like 8, 9%, maybe 10%, and it's going way the fuck higher. For the first time in history, we have a situation where Federal Reserve is cutting interest rates into rising inflation. We have never had a setup like this in a lifetime. So for that reason, the market is still debating this morning. We're only down like 10, 20 points, but we're about to see some wild fucking drops, okay? We could see something wild like what you've been witnessing in China and Hong Kong over the course of the last 2-3 trading sessions, where their markets are basically down 5 to 10% within a 48-hour time span. So don't be shocked if you wake up tomorrow or later during the day, you look up at your screen and S&P is no longer trading at 5,800. It's fucking trading at 56 or 5,500. Or check this out, S&P could drop 10% by Monday, which is really about 640 point drop by Monday. It's going to be about a 10% drop. So all this stuff is not priced in. Okay, everybody was so convinced the inflation was going lower that this is really gonna get some people thinking today. Some market participants are gonna be like, hold on, this is not a 1995 top setup. This is indeed exactly what 30 Market Move's been talking about for the entire year. It's a 1973, 1974 type setup, and the market's about to collapse 50 fucking percent. And the beginning of that drop is today. Now, some of the major crashes, the way they work, guys, you're not going to get the biggest drop on day one. Your biggest drop is going to be on like day 3, day 4. That is why I'm saying today is the beginning of market's realization you're really in a stagflation type setup. Inflation, Fed is cutting interest rates in rising inflation, which is going to cause inflation to even propel higher from here. You got other catalysts, clearly, Chinese stimulus, you got war type situation that could possibly propel oil prices higher. The war escalation, any kind of level, is going to be fucking insane. So for the pricing of everything out there in the world. So you got a pretty wild setup, the one we've never seen. And there's two things that are going to take place. The Fed is actually going to walk back those rate cuts, and the market is not going to like it. It's going to collapse because of that. Or Fed is going to continue with rate cuts, and the market is going to be like, what the fuck? We've never seen this kind of shit in a lifetime, and the market is going to be collapsing. So by how much the market is going to drop today, we're going to find out by the end of the day. But I wouldn't be shocked if the market drop began with the market dropping at least 100 points today on October 10th and continued in a spiral progression lower tomorrow and Monday, guys. So again, this is the beginning of the 50% correction in the market. It begins today. Now, the 50% correction in the market could take as long as 3 to 6 months. But this is the fucking top. Everything we've been talking about, 1973, 1974 analog, historic analog, the stagflation, you're going to hear more and more people actually looking into that saying, whoa, this is the fucking truth. This is exactly what's happening. It's a 1973, 74, not 1995. So the market's about to collapse. Buy puts. Call us here at 13 Market Moves, okay? We will set you up with a 100x trade today. Now, you gotta bring your balls to the table, okay? Because the hardest thing is not putting on the trade. The most difficult part about trading is actually doing nothing and holding the fucking trade. Which is why 99% of the people never make big money, because they open the trade, they close it fucking 20 minutes later. If they're in the green, they close it an hour later. Majority of the traders don't even have the balls to hold the trade overnight. Certainly not over the course of the week or possibly a few months. So if you'd like to know what it's going to take to put a 100x trade, get in touch with us at 13marketmoves.com, 13mmtv.com. Sign up to trade with a coach, guys. Don't miss this 100x opportunity. Let's fucking roll.
First, distract target. Then block his blind jab. Counter with cross to left cheek. Discombobulate. Dazed, he'll attempt wild haymaker. Employ elbow block. And body shot. Block ferrule left. Weaken right jaw. Now fracture. Break cracked ribs. Traumatize solar plexus. Dislocate jaw entirely.